your brake pedal goes to the floor. Not soft, gone. You are doing 130 miles an hour into a corner at Iowa Speedway, and the one thing standing between you and the wall has just disappeared under your foot. Now imagine living through that for 350 laps. Denny Hamlin did not have to imagine it. He lived it. And by the time the checkered flag fell, the points leader of the NASCAR Cup Series was saying something nobody expected to hear from him. Before the chaos, this was supposed to be a quiet points day for the number 11 team. Hamlin walked into Iowa Speedway as the championship leader, sitting on a run of clean finishes that most drivers only dream about. Then qualifying happened, and the day started falling apart before a single green flag waved. Hamlin qualified 29th, a number nowhere near where a championship leader is supposed to start. And that was the good part of his day. Before we go further, here is where this channel needs your help. This is NASCAR Voltage, and we are closing in on 500 subscribers, a small number for some channels, but a real milestone for us, and one we cannot hit without the people watching right now. If you want more deep breakdowns like this one, hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling us what you think about Hamlin's day. Your support is what actually decides whether videos like this keep getting made, so it matters more than you might think. The rear of the field penalties did not stop with Hamlin. Brad Keselowski spun and crashed during qualifying, forcing him to the back of the field. Chase Elliott crashed into the outside wall in practice, wrecking his car and leaving him to qualify 32nd, which also sent him to the rear. Then came the penalty that changed everything. Hamlin's team made a late, last-minute change to the car's cooling system, and NASCAR ruled it an unapproved adjustment. Just like that, the championship leader was starting dead last, 35th, on a track where clean air is everything. Veteran NASCAR reporter Dustin Long confirmed the penalty in real time, writing that NASCAR had confirmed Hamlin was also headed to the rear for an unapproved adjustment, joining Keselowski and Elliott at the back of the field for the start. For a points leader, this was not a small inconvenience. It was a complete reversal of fortune before the green flag had even dropped. What followed was worse than the starting position. Multiple Toyota teams, including cars from Joe Gibbs Racing and 23XI Racing, dealt with cracking and overheating brakes throughout practice. Chase Briscoe faced a version of the same nightmare. His crew chief, James Small, described the state of his brake pads afterward in one blunt word: destroyed. At the same time, a separate inspection crisis was unfolding in the garage. Ryan Preece and Todd Gilliland both failed technical inspection twice. Both teams had their car chiefs ejected for the weekend, and both were stripped of pit stall selection priority as a result. Then came the part of the story nobody saw coming, the hauler meeting. Hamlin later admitted that NASCAR threatened to invent a penalty against him if he pushed the brake pad issue too hard. This was a driver saying his safety was at risk, facing a sanctioning body that was not willing to bend. Describing what it was like behind the wheel, Hamlin said he had white knuckles every lap, never knowing exactly how his car was going to behave once he got into the corner. Somehow, Hamlin salvaged a fifth-place finish with brakes he did not trust for 350 laps. Afterward, he said something that stopped the entire garage: "If every race were like this, I'd retire after this season." Those are not the words of a driver having a bad afternoon. Those are the words of a championship leader who was genuinely rattled, said out loud, with no filter. That single sentence is exactly why this channel exists, to catch the moments other coverage glosses over. If you are enjoying this breakdown, this is a perfect time to hit that comment button and tell us your take, and share this video with another NASCAR fan who needs to see it. If you enjoy real NASCAR breakdowns like this, you will like what is coming next. The brake pad situation is not a settled issue, it is a genuine argument happening across the sport right now. NASCAR currently bans brake pad changes during a race weekend unless the manufacturer flags a production defect, even when teams and crew chiefs are asking to swap pads for safety reasons. Hamlin's crew chief, Chris Gale, along with James Small, has pushed back on this rule from inside the garage, even while acknowledging that NASCAR has historically enforced it fairly and consistently across the board. This was not the only flashpoint of the weekend. Just hours before the race, Kyle Larson publicly criticized NASCAR's stage caution procedure, calling it stupid. Larson said it takes 15 freaking minutes for them to do their stupid stage stuff, a comment that showed Iowa was not just a bad day for Hamlin, it was a weekend where drivers across the garage were airing grievances directly at NASCAR itself. That leaves an open question with no clear answer yet. Should NASCAR allow brake pad changes mid-weekend even if it means handing out a penalty, given the safety risk drivers are describing? Or is the current rule the only real way to stop teams from using safety as an excuse to game inspection? Neither side has backed down, and neither side looks likely to anytime soon. Pull the lens back from Hamlin's personal ordeal, and the bigger picture gets even more interesting. Despite everything, Hamlin's survival act still widened his championship lead to over 100 points. But the real shock is who is now chasing him. It is not Tyler Reddick anymore. Ty Gibbs, the driver who won the race, has leapfrogged into second place in the standings. Tyler Reddick, who spent much of the season near or atop the points lead, crashed out on lap 4 and finished 36th, tumbling down the standings at the worst possible moment, just 3 races before the chase begins. Elsewhere in the field, Christopher Bell's runner-up finish vaulted him 4 spots up the table, while Ryan Blaney quietly kept banking points in third. The playoff bubble is razor-thin right now, with barely 24 points separating a driver currently in the field from one who would be watching the postseason from home. Hamlin has the points lead. He does not have peace of mind. In 3 weeks, none of these points will matter the way they matter right now, they will reset for the chase. What will not reset is whatever is still broken between this Toyota brake package and the rest of the season. So here is the real question nobody in the garage wants to answer out loud. If the championship leader himself is telling you he did not trust his brakes for 350 laps, how many other cars out there are 1 lap away from the exact same nightmare? NASCAR says the rule stands. Hamlin says it nearly ended his season in a completely different way. And with the chase 3 weeks out, nobody in this fight is backing down. Before you go, this is exactly the kind of storyline NASCAR Voltage is built to track, the moments buried underneath the results page. If this breakdown gave you something to think about, subscribe so you do not miss the next one, drop a comment with which side of the brake pad argument you are on, and share this video with a fellow fan. Every subscriber gets us closer to that 500 mark, and every comment tells us exactly what kind of stories to chase next.